Hey guys, this is Levi, and on this channel, we're building a real estate portfolio from scratch. And today is hopefully a pretty cool day. Um, a couple days ago, Friday, that would be 3 days ago now, I finally closed on property number two. Now, there was a lot of drama getting to this point. I managed to get property number two under contract, no problem. But when it came time to close, the sellers had to delay, and then the sellers had to delay again, and then the sellers had to delay again. So mostly due to the fact that they had their property wrapped up into a portfolio loan, and the lender didn't know how much was needed for payoff. So, if you watch my other videos, I sent them my appraisal so that the lender could then decide how much was owed on this property. And as it turns out, when all was said and done, I ended up coming to the closing table with some money, but the seller also ended up coming to the closing table with some money, which makes me feel like I got a pretty good deal. Which, if you just watched the video that I made a couple minutes ago, is good because there's no guarantees in making money with these rentals. If you my previous video, I just talked about how I lost $4,000 in 2025 with my duplex, my first property I bought. So hopefully this one goes a little smoother. Hopefully this one brings in money. So made it to the closing table. One last little thing that was a hiccup in the closing is on closing day, about 2 hours before I was supposed to meet with the notary and fill out all the paperwork. My credit card was run by the inspection company, who I had an agreement with to pay at closing. But a little hiccup was they didn't get paid at closing because the seller delayed, and so their money wasn't there. And so they went ahead and ran my credit card, which I agreed to. Fair enough. But the reason why it was a problem is because they also had money written into the closing documents that they were supposed to get paid at closing. So I was frantically trying to call the inspection company. It turns out they use a third party company who doesn't really have customer service because I'm not really their customer. Anyhow, the way we worked it out, both the inspector and I called got a hold of the title company, the one in charge of dispersing all the funds at closing, and showed them the invoice that I had already been charged, and they have agreed, instead of sending that money to the title or to the inspection company, who did a great inspection, they're going to send that second payment back to me, but they couldn't just take it off of the closing document at that point unless I wanted to delay again, which I didn't want to do because I started to get the feeling. I was reading the room. I was getting the feeling everybody was getting pretty annoyed with this reasonably small purchase that has now been delayed multiple times and is starting to cause a headache for the lender and the title company and the insurance company. So I didn't delay. I paid the extra, I think it was $650 up front. And theoretically, I should be getting a check in the mail over the next week or so. Anyhow, I made it to closing. The details on this property that people might be interested in is it was originally listed at 124,000. It was appraised at 117,000. I offered 90,000 and we settled on 95,000. After the inspection, there was a problem with the sewer line. The sellers agreed to fix that, and wasn't as smooth as previous home closings that I have gone through, but we made it. closed. Property is now mine. I've handed it over to my property manager, and hopefully we can get this guy rented. If you're watching this video in the future and not in December of 2025, it is December of 2025, hence the Santa Claus hat. Buying properties in the winter, super easy. Sellers are willing to sell if they're still on the market. Renting properties in the wintertime, not so much. So here's hoping that we get it rented, so I don't lose a bunch of money. All right, please do like and subscribe if you are an aspiring real estate investor, a seasoned real estate investor, you know a real estate investor, or you just some other guy that kind of likes watching real estate investing videos. If you like and subscribe, it lets me know that this content was helpful to you. Please do go watch my other video that I uploaded today about how much money I made in 2025 with my duplex. Peace.